So 20 years after the original Halloween, we finally get Jamie Lee Curtis back. Let's go. Halloween H20 is the 7th film in the Michael Myers series and is the 20-year sequel to the first two. And this came out in 1998, which was the year I was born. This is directed by Steve Miner, and so the plot of this film is 2 decades after surviving the massacre on October 31st, 1978, former babysitter Laurie Strode finds herself hunted by persistent knife wielder Michael Myers. Laurie now lives in Northern California under an assumed name where she works as the head mistress of a private school, and she has a son. But it's not fair enough to escape Michael Myers, who soon discovers her whereabouts, and as Halloween descends upon Laurie's peaceful community, a feeling of dread weighs upon her with good reason. What I think of H20 20 years later is, if this was the last Michael Myers movie, I would have been satisfied, but it wasn't, sadly. Now, let's just say, I love that this Jamie Lee Curtis came back, pretty cool as Laurie. This was the directorial debut of Josh Hartnett. It's pretty awesome. Joey Leon O'Keefe, Michelle Williams, Adam Han Bird was also pretty awesome. They did great. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is great in this film. Chris Duran as Michael Myers I really liked. LL Cool J is also in here too as Ronnie. He's hilarious as Ronnie. Adam Arkin's also in here as well. I forgot. Now, originally they wanted Jamie Lee Curtis, when she was doing this, John Carpenter wanted to come back to direct them, and he didn't want to come back. But Carpenter agreed to direct the film, but his starting fee was at $10 million. And when Carpenter walked away from the project. Kevin Williamson was also involved in areas of the production. He also rewrites some character dialogue, which is seen in the scene moments. But I do give him a co-executive producer credit. Now, the original title for this film was Halloween 7: The Revenge of Laurie Strode. That would have been awesome, but H20 20 years later is a great title. John Ottman's score is pretty awesome. I love his score. But they do use some music from Scream, which I was like, really? They also have the theme from Psycho in here, which Laurie speaks with Norma Watson, who is played by Jamie Lee Curtis's real-life mother, Janet Leigh. But I do love John Ottman's score, though. John Ottman, he can compose a movie where if it's good or bad and still make the music good. And if John Williams dies before they do Star Wars Episode 9, he should be a great replacement for John Williams. Because I really love John Ottman's score in X2, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, the 2 Tim Story Fantastic Four movies, Jack the Giant Slayer, even though that movie has a lot of issues, I don't like that movie. And also, he also did great with the music on a very underrated scary movie I like to call Hide and Seek, which is a movie I already reviewed already. But yeah, also I do have my problems. This movie is a little bit too short. It's a little bit too short. I'm sorry, I have to say it. There is a TV version adding extended footage. I'm not seeing the original release. This movie had some reshooted scenes due to complaints of Michael Myers' mask used in the film. Scenes that are not reshot had a CGI mask. 4 masks was used for the film. Okay, if you're going to use Michael Myers' mask, use one freaking mask. Also, Tom Kane does the voiceover for Dr. Sam Loomis. Honestly, I would rather them use the voice-only archival footage from the 1978 Halloween movie with Donald Pleasance. But I guess they couldn't because of a right issue. But, other than that, this movie, H20, will get my Joshua Drake Rainbow Seal of Approval. So let me know in the comments below what do you think of Halloween Resurrection. Halloween H20. And stay tuned for Halloween Resurrection as well as the Rob Zombie ones, and I got more reviews and it's a top 10 list coming today, so stay tuned.